Hi folks, glad you could join me again today. Now this is a bit of a seascape with a nice little boat there as our focal point. I've been using a new palette with a few new colours, so let me show you those. So this was the old familiar palette, right? So I've got one, it's twice as big, so I wanted to get some new colours on there. So I've still got all the same 7 colours, but I've introduced a bit of cerulean blue, there's a bit of sap green, cad yellow, we've got yellow ochre up there as well, burnt sienna, cad orange and permanent rose, in addition to all the usual colours in there as well. It is a little bit heavier, understandably, so I'll have to fiddle out, work out how I'm going to do it. Right, so let's kick it off with just a little bit of lubrication on the paper, not too much, just to stop the paper going all crinkly and help the colours merge together. So let's start off with some of the lighter stuff. Put that down there like that, and then a bit of this in there. Let's clean the brush. Want a little bit of blue in that on the left hand side, so let's try a bit of this cerulean. Let's just whack that in. I'm just learning some of these colour combinations yet. It's a bit of a learning process. I don't know how these mix together. It's the first time I've really used them, to be honest. Want some darks up in this corner up here. A bit of Payne's grey, really darken it up. I want some, these a bit like waves down here, just below the horizon line. And then somewhere up here, got a distant land, it's getting a bit more. Use this brush here just to soak up some of these drips. This is the small height brush, just seeing where the paint's just dripping down a little bit. I'm going to use that as a wave, that little bit of white there that I've left. In fact, I might even continue with this little brush. Let's go back to the vegan, and a little bit of those colours down in the water area. It's just like that a little bit. On that rough, got a rough sea, so I'm plenty of sort of energy in the strokes. Big dot of paint, let's just use that, mix that in. just want to darken that a little bit more. Switch to the smaller brush now. Lighten some of this section. Let's just get this flat. Bit of the paper stretched a little bit. Just lighten that a little bit too dark. Yellow in there. Let's really get it in there. I'll soften this off in a minute. It's a little bit darker. Darker clouds. Just use a little bit of water just to blend it all together. Not too much. switch to my little flat brush. I'll use this for like just adding little pints, things happening just here and there. Got a few more darks. A little bit lighter. Don't be afraid to get your fingers in there and just really scuff things up a bit. Put on I might use. I've got a little bit of Chinese white here. I'm just going to squeeze some of that out. Brush is way too wet. Too wet. Let's try this one. Actually. Just get a little bit of that white and just scuff it off. So I've used a little bit of white with that bit of white paper there. Just use it as a combination, and again just I might just try a little bit of white up there, and let's just reflect it down here. Let's see if I can blend that in, see what it looks like. I'm going to use a dry brush. I'm going to use the little hake and really make it bone dry. Squeeze all the water out. Just scuff it up a bit like that. Make sure there's no water in there. And then just right, I think that's enough faffing around with the white. I think it's time to start putting the focal point in, and that is going to be a little boat. Nothing too complicated. But first, I want to make sure that's dry. And then what you notice from drying it really lightens it, so I'll have to go back in a minute and adjust the tones. But first, deciding what brush to use for this boat. I might use the little brush, little flat brush. Just mix some of these colours together. I want it quite dark. So we're going to be somewhere up here. It's quite tall on that side. there's some kind of reflection down there. And we have some sails that sort of go up, something like that. Another one sort of like that. It's just a hint of something down there. Oh, that. We need this a bit darker. That's a bit shadowy. A few shadows over there. And this needs to be darker as well. We need something a little bit stronger over here. I think I'm there or thereabouts, I think. I just need a bit more. Just reflects a little bit more yellow. Well, here's the finished painting in the mount. So if we go and have a closer look at it. So the sky was a bit of a mishmash of a whole load of colours. And then I've tried to sort of get the sun light with these strong yellows on the horizon line. A little bit of reflections into the water around the edges. A little bit of white as well. Few little birds flying up in the sky. And then try to get a little bit of energy in the water below. Just use the white paper to suggest a few. I mean, ideally, the waves, they always come out a lot better if you just leave the white of the paper. I used a bit of white. What is it? Chinese white. The white gouache works stronger for this. Could possibly have used that. A little bit more over on the right hand side. And then sort of brushed in it dried a lot lighter, as they always do, so I had to redo the darks there, predominantly the cliffs on the right hand side, a few darks over on the left, and also just simple little boat, put the hull in, a few sails, and then just a little bit of reflection below, just to complete our little focal point there. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you can paint along with me. Look forward to seeing your paintings in the galleries. Keep practicing. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I'll see you again very, very soon.